Hey guys, welcome to episode 1 of Let's Play Dwarf Fortress. If you don't know what Dwarf Fortress is, it's a freeware game. You can actually go and pick up this game right now on a website. It's called bay12games.com. You'll find Dwarf Fortress there. It's a free to play, I would say, almost like fortress building simulator, like survival simulator. A lot of people compare it to Minecraft, but it's not comparable to Minecraft because this game is 12 years old and Minecraft was inspired by this. It's being programmed by a single guy named Tarn Adams. He's been working on it for, I think it's 12 years now, and he plans to spend the next 20 years because he's dedicated his life to this game. He's literally said this is his life work, and he's going to spend, probably, he thinks, the next 20 years on it to finish it. It gets daily updates on the Dwarf Fortress forums. I think it's a really cool game, and I think you guys should go check it out. So, we're gonna just open up and start playing. I made a region called Aninu Lisiva just for this purpose. We're gonna choose Dwarf Fortress. The other two modes are cool, but they're not gonna be in this Let's Play. It allows you to be one character and walk around your world and do quests and stuff. It's pretty cool, but it's hard to learn, just like the rest of this game. The learning curve in this game is ridiculous. It's infamous for its learning curve. You really gotta be hardcore to know this game and play this game. This actually looks like a really good area. If you're unfamiliar what we're looking at here, on the far right is our world that I've generated. It's randomly generated every time. There's billions upon billions upon billions of possible worlds, and when you create a new one, it'll create a whole new world for you. Far right is the world. The middle is the region. That's the area in which we're just kind of in. It's a zoomed in area. And the local is the area that you actually choose from to go into. Like, our game map will be that local area. The local area of that region, like that square, is that local region. Like, this is how big this game is, and the possibilities in it are just insane. So, this actually looks like a pretty good area. What we're looking for ideally, we want our temperature on the far, I'm looking over at the far right here. The temperature, we want it to be warm. We want it to be heavily forested, or at least woodland. We want other vegetation to be at least moderate to high, somewhere around there. And we want the surroundings to preferably be calm, but, it's survivable. We have some goblins nearby, but they won't be bothering us for at least a while. So we're gonna move around a little bit and pick up some area. Let's see. We have some soil, oh crap, I actually kind of want some soil. Like, I want as much soil as I can get. Am I in a mountain or something? I don't think so. Whatever, we'll be okay. We have a brook. It's called Cooked Shrines, which that's very important. You really want a brook on your map because that will make water and that whole situation just so much easier. Water is it's a really good way to kill your dwarves if you don't have any water. So we're going to embark. Oh, this actually is a perfect area. It's fresh water. The game will sometimes warn you that it's a saltwater area. That way you know. Experienced players can play on a saltwater map. I'm not one of them. So now you see all this. We're not going to pick any of those. We're going to prepare for the journey carefully. Now you come into here, and this looks kind of intimidating, not gonna lie. Especially to new players, but you don't have to freak out. I've played this game probably 10 to 15 hours, and I'm still a noob at it. I've only made 1 or 2 fortresses that have ever actually survived. So, to begin the game, we get 7 dwarves. We get Ustuth Vaber Kanamel, Eden Urdamurderal, Ilral Tosedefash, Minkat Lameskarol, Rith Ustru Cotton, Nil Shadmul Suthulf, and Rith Kolrudaraben. And they're all peasants. They're all dwarven peasants. We can look at like their bios, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not really. So we have to assign them skills. If we look down at the bottom, on the far bottom center, we'll see points. We have 270 points. Assigning skills takes up those points. If I put him up to a proficient miner, if I level him up to max level miner, it'll take off like 35 points. Now the trick to Dwarf Fortress embarking is there's a balance between if you want to take items or do you want to level up your dwarves. It's kind of it's the balance of power. Like you can either get really skilled dwarves or you can get more items to help you out in the beginning. Everyone plays Dwarf Fortress a little differently. I personally like to favor leveling up my dwarves. I find that to be a more useful way of using my points, but Dwarf Fortress will never tell you that you have to do something, and they'll never tell you how to do it either. You literally have to go, like, the Dwarf Fortress Wiki is your best friend. You figure out everything in Dwarf Fortress for yourself, or you look it up on the internet. So, the most important thing is also at the top, miner. Miners are literally like the most important thing ever. So we're going to get a proficient miner. That is going to be Usthus' job. He's going to be a proficient miner. We're going to get a second miner, simply because that'll make our life a whole lot easier. We're going to get a woodcutter. He's going to be a competent woodcutter, just for the sake of saving points. As you level him up further, normally this will take 5 per point. This will take 8 per point because he's at competent, and proficient takes 10 points. So it quickly gets expensive if you want to put someone to proficient. But, you know, then they're better. So we have a woodcutter, to chop wood, a miner, and a miner. That way we can gather wood, and we can dig out tunnels for our dwarves to live in. Now, the next two, carpenter and mason. Carpenter obviously makes things out of wood, mason makes things out of stone, both of which we're going to have, a lot of, and we need to create a lot of things with stone and wood, so we're going to make him competent in both. So, next, after our mason / carpenter, we're going to have... I think he's going to be a farmer, so we're going to make a brewer because dwarves love their alcohol, and we need to have a way to make our own alcohol. He's going to be a competent brewer. He's also going to be a competent grower because we want good plants. So we have our farming dude, we've got our craft dude, our woodcutter dude, our miner, and our miner. So our next guy is going to be, I'm thinking, a leader type person. A leader with, I don't know about teacher. I guess record keeper? No, organizer. He's going to be an organizer. He's also going to be a wrestler because wrestling is useful in the early game when you don't have any weapons. He's going to be a wrestler. He's also going to be a appraiser because that can be useful later. So our last person, we only get 7 dwarves to begin with. Our last person will be I'm thinking armor / weaponsmith. No, building designer for sure, because that's a very useful thing to have. He's also going to be weaponsmith, bowyer, armorsmith, metalsmith, but we're not going to use those early on, so we're not going to sink too many points in. He's also going to be, I'm going to make him a light, or a little bit of a fisher dwarf. That's just for early on. I want him to have something he can do, because obviously early on we're not going to have much armor smithing going on. So that's definitely useful. I also want to be a fisherman, and he'll also be a fish cleaner. No, we'll get rid of fisherman as soon as he's, his weapon bowyer self. So I also want a furnace operator. Wood burner, furnace operator. He's got a lot of skills. You can only have 10 points, so you can't make a dwarf like a novice everything. He's also going to be, a novice fisher dwarf and also a fish cleaner. So that's going to be our dwarves. Pressing tab, going over to the items. As we can see, we have a lot of these. So we're going to get some more plump helmet spawns. Why? Because they're seeds. They help us grow plump helmets, which are right here, 15 of them. To buy them, like when they're consumable, it's 4. To buy the seeds, it's 1. So obviously it's a much better deal to buy the spawn instead of, you know, the actual, like, instead of the actual food, because that's just insane. We're going to, I'm thinking about selling the wheelbarrow. I don't use wheelbarrows. It makes you more efficient, but I don't use them. That's the problem. So we're going to get some more plump helmet spawn, and I like all those. I like all those. Prepared, what the hell? Naked mole dog intestines. We're gonna get some cave lobster. I want to get plenty of food that if I don't find an aquifer underground quick enough, then I can, you know, survive for a little while on my own. So, iron anvil, we need that. Definitely need that. Ale never hurts to get a little extra just for early on. I like to have plenty of ale. Cave wheat, sweet pods. Let's just put this up 10. That's just food. I don't think you can make ale out of that. Llama leather quivers. We can make our own bags, so we don't really need that. Could get a dog. A hunting dog? That sounds kind of useful. A war dog. A cat. I like war dog, though. Problem is we need to spend 62. Because we need to get a male and a female so they can, you know, breed. And, you know, so we can get more dogs. Do we need splints and crutches? We can make them. We don't need them early on. We're not going to get attacked by anything. We're going to get a war dog and a war dog. That way we have a little bit of protection early on, just in case things get a little dicey. Which they very well may, because Dwarf Fortress has a way of killing you when you're not suspecting it, and it's bad. So, we're going to try and avoid that, get 2 war dogs. We still have 30 points. Could always sink it into more ale. That's always useful. And cave lobster, screw it. We'll get more cave lobster. Now, I like this start. It's not too bad. I think that's the way I play. Whatever. If I fail, it's my fault. So, we're going to come up with our name now. So, we need to come up with a name. We have to use front components, rear components, like Blaze, Rage. We're gonna be, I don't know. We can be Buzzard. No, that sounds horrible. Canyon, Canker, Candle, Camp. It's in alphabetical order. We're gonna be, you know, we're gonna random name this. Random name, random. The Infinite Nets, no. Random. The Lash of Living, no. Random. The Banner of Spears, I like it. We're using it. Okay, so, done. Now we're going to name the fortress. Wheel Tamed, no. Spam. Test Tomb, no, that sounds really bad. It sounds like test tube. Paddle Alleys, no. Merchant Roughness, that sounds really kinky. Wind Puzzling, no. Razor Fancied, no. Golden Shield, I actually like that, but it sounds a little too dwarven. It sounds, you know what, we're using it. Board Curl, Labor Castle, Paint Wards, Faint Figure, Molten Bridges, kind of like that. Plankadars, Ponder Cloistered, Treaty Eagle, Tempest Arch, that's badass. We're doing it. Tempest Arch, yes. Okay, back. Okay, so we have all that. We could, well, if we want to, we can name the dwarves themselves, but we'll do that as I come up with good names. Well, we could do that right now. This is going to be all one part. It's going to be me setting up the fortress. So, this is going to be part 1. So, actually, we're going to do it. Customize. His nickname. His name will be Logurt. Oh, no, actually, no. His name will just be Logurt. Because, you know, my game tag is Logurt. I'm going to come up with random names now. If you want yourself to be a dwarf in this series, simply leave a comment in the comments that you want your name to be a dwarf, and I will, because we'll get migrants in the future. we're not going to be stuck with 7 dwarves forever. Eventually we'll get up to like 50 or 60 pretty soon. So leave your name in the comments if you want your dwarf to be named after you. So Aiden, your name is going to be your name will be Jeffrey. Very dwarven. I need names because it'll make it more fun. Customize. Your name will be Philip. Your name will be Philip. I need a better name. I need better names. Why am I drawing blanks? I don't want actual human names. So your name will be George Washington. I'm gonna fall back on historical figures. We're gonna rename you. You're gonna be Putin. Vladimir. Because historical names are way more fun. Your name will be Harriet Tubman. Oh, I spelled her name wrong. That's embarrassing. No. No. Oh, well, it won't fit. Sorry if I offended anyone. George Washington. No. What'd I do? Okay. You will be... You will be Obi-Wan Kenobi. Wait, oh, he's the grower. I thought he was the military dude. Nil, your name will be Rob Thomas, because he's my favorite musician. You will be Gregorgio. No. Rocky Balboa. Isn't he the military dude? No, he's just the everything. So we got the legendary party of Logurt, Harriet Tubman, Vladimir, George Washington, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Rob Thomas, and Rocky Balboa. So I hope you guys join me on the next episode of Let's Play Dwarf Fortress, when we embark with our star crew and attempt to survive in whatever we happen to find. So I hope you guys will join me in the next episode. Should be a good time. Please subscribe, like, and comment. For a dwarf, I will rename some of these dwarves if I get comments. So thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next video.